Hello everybody, it's the Crypto Cowboy. This is on Monday, January the 6th, and I want to wish Happy New Year to everybody. I'm a little late with this video. I couldn't make it out on Friday or Saturday because I was out of town. I was in Memphis with my daughter's gymnastics. So anyway, I'm back at it, and let's just do a Bitcoin video update here for the new year and see where we are. So I think when we left about a week ago, about 10 days ago, we looked and we were somewhere into this reaction down here and into this pullback. We were talking last week about the three wave counts that we have, the green, the red, and the pink. And let's just kind of run through them and see where we are. So we did get a pullback. I was talking about it into our Telegram crypto room there about watching this 618 pullback as a possible ending to this correction here as a wave 2. We did get a nice reaction from the 618. Obviously this thing could have broke lower as well, but the market found buyers. So this is this is a little bit how should I say, it's a little bit reassuring that we might have found a low down here, although I'm not 100% convinced just yet. I do like the reaction. I do like that the buyers are stepping in now on the sell side, and we're getting reactions to the top side. But I want to see something a little bit more convincing here. We're starting a third wave reaction. So, for example, onto this count, and I'm going to go up to a daily chart. We are looking at this as being a completed correction since the summer down here. So correction ended in about around December 18th, around 64.50 zone, and as part of the wave 2, and now we're embarking at the beginning of the wave 3, and we're starting to build the bullish case down here. And basically we have a wave 1, 2, we're looking 3, 4, and 5 to complete the first wave of the larger third. So ideally that would take us anywhere around 9200, let's say, and then we can pull back in a second wave, maybe retrace the trend line and then go back up higher. So we're monitoring the breakout of this channel, which I would consider would be the first major clue that we have found the lows indeed. But first of all, I want to see the market climb up above the 76.96 zone. So I've said that the 75.40 is the first indication that we are possibly building a third wave up, but we have a couple of other counts that we have to be kind of watchful for. So we broke above this B wave of X or X wave, whatever this says, high with the climb up here. But you can see the climb is, although it looks impulsive, it's a little bit overlapping in what's going on here. So it's kind of hard to count a 5-wave advance here. Unless you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and we have to measure the waves inside here. So that means that we should get a pullback in a wave 2 again, and then build a case. Otherwise, there's got to be a series of 1-2s and 1-2s, which I'm not really comfortable with because those usually don't work too well. It's possible, but I want to be cautious. I want to see the break above the 76.96 zone, which is the top of this wave 1. And then look what's happening from there. But definitely, if I wanted to get into a bullish case, I would wait and see what's going on, either a breakout or a pullback up here in a wave 2. So that would be the this wave 2, which is of a larger degree. Then you have a 1-2 small, and then another small 1-2 that would create quite a big breakout to this trend line in a third wave. So pay attention to this development. I think it's important. We're not out of the woods yet, so you can see we're clearly sideways still. So the market can do a whole lot of other things down here. So let's not get too excited about it. I know there is, a little bit of excitement because we have some breakouts in Litecoin and Ethereum. We'll take a quick look at those, but even those are not very, very strong just yet. Okay, so I'm keeping my cautious hat on for right now, but it does look somewhat promising that we could be starting a new trend up here. All right, so this is on the green count. All right, so let's take a look at our red count, where we are looking still to have another leg lower, where we say, okay, I'm going to go to a daily chart, and what we have here is we have a WXYX, and we're doing the Z leg down. We've done the first leg of the Z, which is an A. We're doing some sort of a flat in a wave B position where you have an A, B, and then C. So we're doing this leg C green of this flat down. I have to pull this with our latest price action. I have to pull this in time a little bit further out, so I will allow for the market to develop. But basically what we're looking for here is the C leg to be completed. So you can see you have a 3-wave move up in A, you have a 3-wave move up in B as an ABC, and now you're going up in the leg C of this B blue. So the way that happens is you have a wave 1 up, you have a wave 2 down, and now you're doing a 3, a 4, and a 5. And to stay underneath this trend line, like I mentioned in the previous video, this third leg has to be smaller than 1, I think, and then you have a 4 and then a 5 smaller than 3. So a target for this third wave would be somewhere around 8,200. And the nature of this rise here will pretty much dictate what happens if it's in a 5 waves, and it's, obviously has to be for an impulse, but the way this would look in comparison, with this wave 1, also we will look at this wave 4 in comparison with this wave 2, and then, see what's happening if we can still consider this a wave B. So this is kind of in a back burner, so it's still a bullish count, but requires us to move lower in one more leg as part of that Z structure to complete that. So that's why I'm not, throwing everything at it as a bullish case until we're dismissing this wave count still. All right, and then on the third wave count that we have, this is the triangle count where we're basically going on a daily chart. I'll show you. So we have a WXY and then we have an X connector, and now we're doing a triangle in a wave B. So you have a 5-wave move down in wave A, and now we're developing a wave B triangle here, and then we're dropping down in C of Z of larger 2 with another move lower. And then for this to stay alive at this point, the market cannot go above the C wave high, which is at 77.17 or roughly about there. So we've done about 76.10 or something like that. So it's another 100 points before we take this out. So if the market kind of stops down here, this either could be an E lag, although I can't really count it as a 3-wave move. So either wave E will extend a little bit more and become a triangle on its own, and I'll talk about this in one of the lessons into the course I'm making, but basically you have an A, B, C, D, so you kind of have a 3-wave structures in here. We need another 3-wave structure for wave E, or another triangle down here to complete it, and then drop down as a part of a C lag of this larger Z. So keep an eye on this. If we're breaking the 1717, then the only way you could count this is basically, and I'll show you, to still keep a bearish look would be for the C lag to be like a, go up here somewhere, right? And then you cannot go above the wave A. Then you have a D, and then you have an E building up even larger. And it's pretty normal. So the triangles last more than a lot of people think, and they have a tendency to drag out and chop a whole lot. So my first clue would be a climb above the 77.17 into the previous arrangement of the legs within the triangle. But also, let's see what this is, but also, a pretty clear indication that we cannot have a triangle anymore is this 78.80 zone, which is the top of this wave A. So we still have some grind down here, and I need some more convincing from the market before I really commit to a more extended bullish position, right? So we're still in the channel, it's still sideways, like I said, I got my caution hat on, and I don't want to get overly excited, but it starts to look, pretty decent. You have this nice divergence here also into the, the RSI. So from these lows, you can see how the price is diverging, and then, you're building also this, kind of, you could call it an inverted head and shoulder, whatnot, but so we would need a nice strong breakout through here to get confirmation on this. So, all right, this is what I see in Bitcoin. If you guys need any more, explanations or information, come into the room, post some questions, leave them out on YouTube as well, and I'll be happy to answer any worries or concerns you have or any other suggestions in terms of Elliott wave principle and account. Really quickly, just looking at Litecoin, you can see that we're still in this downtrending channel. We pulled down, we're very close to the 786, which is a 33.42. The market, rejected the lows, and we're kind of slowly starting to build something down here. Nothing yet very convincing. We got to get above this trend line. We got to get above the top of this X wave down here, which is, I know it's pretty high, it's a 65.40, but only then you should be able to say that, you know, you have a case that somewhat this bearish trend, this corrective, you know, bearish channel, it's invalidated and we're starting to move up higher, and, you know, then you start embarking into a third wave. So the market needs time to digest all this. You know, there was a big bearish sentiment for, you know, for 6 months. So we're still, you know, we're barely in January right now. And the market has got to prove itself that we're done correcting. All right. And then this is Ethereum as well. So, you know, kind of same thing. You can count this, you know, several ways, kind of a complex correction. Again, we pull back to the 786. You really don't want to see the market drop below these lows, because then, you know, things are going to get ugly for Litecoin. I mean, for Ethereum, and we're going to go much lower. This level up here, 101, you know, the bottom of this wave 2, from this wave 1 on rise up, it should be a good support in case we make one more low. But I do want to see Ethereum, let's say that, you know, I wanted to see, you know, taking up this highs here at 160, and then even better, this 224, maybe this consolidation up here at 190, so we can start embarking in a higher wave. But if you just look at this, there is not a whole lot to go by. You don't even have a 5-wave move up here yet. If I go to a 1-day chart, and to start considering this extremely bullish. So, you know, this move still looks corrective. It can be a very simple A triangle, B up in C, and then we're rolling lower again. All right. So, one step at a time, and, you know, be cautious if you trade on the long side. Make sure you have protective stops, and, you know, below kind of key levels. And, you know, eventually we should break out of these consolidations and start moving up higher. I think, you know, we should have an exciting 2020 into the crypto market. I know there's a lot of, you know, geopolitical moves up here. You know, there's talk about, you know, aggression and Iran and United States and things like that. I'm not sure how much of that will reflect into crypto. We don't have any proof yet in terms of fundamentals, and I don't want to get into that discussion too much. It's beside, you know, besides whatever I'm explaining up here in terms of technicals. But you know, the run into the safety assets, necessarily when there's geopolitical risk, hasn't been really proven yet by the crypto markets, since it's such a new asset. So, you know, we'll see if that's the case, and if, you know, gold and bonds and the dollar will be pushed to the side in favor of, you know, crypto markets, as a risk, protection. But, yeah. You know, thanks for watching this video. I hope this update finds you well, and you find it helpful. You know, don't forget to subscribe, and, you know, maybe hit the like button if you like this content. And, you know, come and visit us into the crypto room. I'm still working and opening up that, you know, premium channel, Elliott Wave Cafe. And I just got to get a little bit more time on my hands to get things going. But yeah, things are looking good. And I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next update here. Okay, thanks. Have a great trading week. Bye bye.